your life intention shouldn't be to be a career criminal. It's wrong. If you're going to try and become the next Curtis Warren, the next, the main gangster in your city, understand the life you're getting. Understand that you're not going to be sat there in a mansion with all this and all that in 10 years time. You're not. Yeah, if you get a body count and someone flies you off to Marbella and as you're running around over there, you'll be living in a villa, but you're not owning it. You're a Joey. They own houses, you don't. And it's monopolised now. That's why out of 1,000 of you grafters, about 10 of you will be picked out to go and sit in certain places around Europe where you're earning decent dough. The rest of you are just Josephs. You'll be doing that all your life. You're not going to get that big £1 million house off crime. You'll be better tapping into something, you'll probably get it. The amount of effort, the amount of hours, the amount of experiences that you're going to go through in that life of crime, you might as well put it into a business venture. If you fail, at least you're not in jail. If you fail, at least you can start again. You can recoup what you haven't got no more and go on again. You fail in that world over there, it's just jail. Doesn't matter how many times you fail, you're never going to learn. So it's just punishment, punishment, punishment. You fail over there, you'll learn. Why? Because it's your money going up with. I don't know why you're not learning over there when you're going up with your life. Honest to God, I don't know why you even consider going down that path. Especially with the amount of information and the amount of consequences that other people have suffered that you can see. Does that make sense? Just look around you, lad. It's all you've got to do, mate. Open your ears and look around you. If you open your ears, for the past 2-3 years, if you've been in them little gang lives, you will have heard, my man got a 6, my man got slashed, my man's being cut up, my man's bird banged him behind his back, my man's door's gone through, his tires being nicked with a swag. That's what you're listening to, isn't it? So now you're listening to what it's like down that path. Now open your eyes. For the last 3 years, what have you seen? Have you seen anyone murdered? Do you know of anyone who's close to you who's had their brother murdered? How many mates or cousins or family members have gone in jail? How many have got a girlfriend outside that is getting banged down there by his mate? Open your eyes and listen, and you can see exactly what that path of life is going to do to you. Look at the helmets on your estates. Look at the elders that think they've smashed life and they're in a little shitty Golf. Smash life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even if I can just touch on to like 1 or 2 years and encourage 1 or 2 years to just go, you know what, he's right. I'm looking now. I'm looking at me and my mates. We're sat here all dressed in black. Some of us are on the streets, some of us are in cars, depending on how long we've been dealing drugs. But we're just sat on the street, dressed in black, smoking weed, eating food out of them big gaffs, thinking we've got the world boxed. And you just haven't. Where are you going to be in 10 years? Still sat there? What's the car going to be different? Focus on life, mate, and what's important. Go and get yourself a proper woman, get yourself some sort of business enterprise off the ground, tap into it, and go and create a family and enjoy what little bit of freedom you've got in this country of ours. I just can't stand watching people waste their lives the way I did. Young lads, and you can see them sharp. You can see if they went down that path, they'll smash their life out of it. But because they're caught up with this culture, this group, this gang, this identity, they're getting dragged down there with their mates. Trust me, you can turn your back on your mates And if their mates will see you in 11 years, if they haven't got life off or being shot dead, trust me, just because all your mates are going down there doesn't mean you've got to go down there. And if you're with a group of mates and one or two's already being in court and that's their early indications to you as well as them. So listen, you know when you're in a group, right, so you know when you're by yourself, just hear me out here, it's not long-winded. You know when you're by yourself and you're going on your life of crime, you'll get warnings, you'll get cautions. So you'll get a caution off the police station, 47.3, then you'll get this, then you'll go in front of a juvenile court, then you'll get conditional discharge, then you'll get probation, then you'll get 15 months or something. Right? That's on an individual basis. Now when you get a group, there's members in this group that's come in at different stages, you know, new members, right? They're not all born on the same day and started in this group at once. So this group, say there's 8 in it. This group's going there, he's getting his warnings, getting his things. It's a warning for you. Him getting arrested round while he's with you, if he's in your company and he's getting arrested and he's getting dragged off and his Mars door's going in. This is a massive warning to you to get the fuck away from that right now. Not the kid, the situation, the culture, the group. Because it won't be long before he's going into jail. And just like he was getting arrested on the street on the corner, getting released from the police station for a few months, that'll be you. And you'll go through the process you've just watched him go through. And because you haven't heeded the warnings, you'll get punished. And you see the new gang members that are amongst you, they'll start doing the same as you. And it's a group thing then. Everyone in the group's got a criminal record. Them 8 lads, every one of them, 2 years down the line's got criminal record. 3 of them are in jail. Some's being shot, one's being stabbed. just stay away from it. Come away from it. You're not a knobhead, you're not a dickhead because you're going to get yourself an education. You're not a knobhead, you're not a dickhead because you've gone to work with your uncle down there on the building site every day. Trust me, I'd rather have 200, 300, 400 quid going in my back pocket every day as a teenager building my life up instead of being on universal credit when you're in your 30s because you've got a criminal record and everyone's moved on and you can't, so you're fucked. And you're getting 4 a month if you're lucky. Look how many people it happens to who make that choice. Yeah, so look how many number 1 gangsters come out of that life, and then look how many dickheads come out of it. I'm a dickhead. Look what I've done to my life. You get people coming here going, wow, real, he's chatting major stuff in, bam, 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 as real as they come, but I'm a soft, aren't I? You know, in the true nature and the true aspect of things, I am a soft. It doesn't matter what it matters what I'm like now, obviously. You know, I've came through a lot, and this is what you've got. But I'm a soft cunt back then, aren't I? Are you a soft cunt? What, do you think you can't make them decisions that I made? Being loyal, seeking revenge, looking retaliation. Do you think you can't get caught up in that mess like I did? Of course you can. And you can go down exactly the same path. You know, don't be a soft cunt like I was. You see the way I am now? Some of you might think tough character, bam, 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 bam. You can get like that without jail. You can get like this without crime. You can get like this without touching a police cell. You know, you can be fucking on the ball, strong, rough as decent man without stepping foot in any criminal circle. You know, you're still going to get moulded into this character depending on how you behave on that path. You can go down that good path of life and still end up a wobbly, fugly look at the end of it, like them drug dealers can. You know, if you go down that bad life and can get on the ball and do it 100%, you'll probably smash the life out of it, but you'll be punished harshly. But you look good doing it. Do you understand? Same on that good life path. You can just get on the good life path and think, oh, I'm on the good life. Or you can go on the good life and can smash the good life and look good doing it. And I don't mean taking drugs, drinking, taking ecstasy, partying. That's not the good life. That's not the good life. The good life really is forging a path for your children. So their path's life is just peace. No obstructions, no obstacles. That's how you break the cycle for your life, for your kids. They're making it difficult for us now. Well, for yous have saved. If you've got an house for £1 million, you're going to die tomorrow. You want to give that to your son. They want £400,000 tax on that drop down that you give your son. So he can't afford the fund for him. So he's got to sell the family home so he can pay the tax bill on the inheritance. So you can't even forge a path for your kids no more. They're going to definitely have obstacles and adversity along the way now. That's how the government have done it. Obviously, there's ways of going about it. For example, if you've got a family trust, so if you've got dad and daughter, or mother and son, whatever, and you've got a house as a mum, and you want to pass that down to your daughter in a will, but the minute you pass that direct down to your daughter in that will, she's getting 40% of it took off her. So she's probably going to have to sell it, downsize, and end up in a rough area. And that's exactly what you don't want. So you as a parent can set a trust up, and you can put that house in that trust, and you can put your daughter as like the main thing you're in that trust. So if anything happens to you, all the assets within this trust end up in your daughter's name. So they haven't gone to your daughter through a will. They've gone to your daughter through the trust, and she can't be touched. They can't take no inheritance tax off her. And that's probably the only way you're going to get around that as you go in the future. And if you're going to do that, you do it soon, because as soon as they recognise it, they'll shut that loophole. You got a lot of dough, it mightn't be a lot. It might just be a little 150 grand house down there. I don't think they touch that, I'm not too sure. But if you've got a lot of stuff and you want it all to go to the siblings and your daughters and their kids and that, develop a family trust. It's like a corporation, it's like a business, and all your assets will go in there. And whatever's in your name doesn't damage what's in the trust's name. And that's basically how all them big fucking rich do it. You know, that's how they manage to keep all their shit out paying for major tax on it. It's because they got it in one of these trust type things.